Hello, everyone. My name is Alexandria Moss, and this is my final presentation for Anthropology 7515. It will be on soil degradation. So, what is degradation? Soil degradation is defined as a decrease in soil quality, usually due to improper land usage, agriculture, and industrial or urban use, such as for industrial farming, which we'll talk about in the next slide. It also usually results in a decrease of the soil's biological, chemical, or physical state, and results in a decrease in fertility of the soil due to the use of toxic pollutants, which lead to erosion. Now, industrial farming is the use of animals and animal products, such as eggs, meat, and milk. The goal is to maximize product yield, therefore maximizing profit. However, the overdependence on the land usually degrades the soil and leads to erosion and soil depletion, and it also further weakens the land and destroys natural soil processes. Factors that influence soil degradation include surface runoff, flooding, wind erosion, and man-made factors such as deforestation and fertilizer usage. Again, one of the main effects of soil degradation is erosion. Some health risks associated with soil degradation for humans include indirect consequences such as carcinogens in the soil and toxic fertilizers and pesticides, which we will talk about on the next slide. And also our food security is threatened due to a decrease in the yield of crops due to a loss of nutrients and minerals needed for plant growth within the soil. More on those toxic fertilizers and pesticides. They are harmful pollutants within the soil that are taken in through plants and/or animals. Eventually, though, these plants and/or animals are consumed by humans and the pollutants are usually transferred. So that is how carcinogens usually get passed in through the ground, through the plant, and then into the human, which is not good. And health risks usually include various cancers and genetic mutations. Now, I would like to present a solution to this issue, which could be sustainable farming. Sustainable farming could be the replacement or limitations of industrial farming and increase sustainable farming, which would help replenish the land, save non-renewable resources, such as coal or oil, and decrease the amount of pollutants and toxins in the environment. It also has many health benefits for people and communities due to the decreased use of pesticides and herbicides. However, one barrier that we kind of face in this is that there would be a huge change in eating habits, and the consumption of meats and processed foods would be cut almost in half, which, as you know, if you've seen the American diet, is going to be a very difficult system to just implement overnight. We would need to have a lot of increased vegetables and fruits needed. Like I said, meat would pretty much be limited if eaten at all, and that is very difficult to implement. There'd be a decrease in a lot of the amount of dairy products needed. And one reason I say it is difficult to implement is only because of the amount of meat and dairy products that we currently consume in our diets. That's not to say we can't do it over time. It's just not exactly the first solution that might pop into one's mind when they think of this current issue. But one way we could overcome that is probably by implementing small-scale sustainable farming initiatives and gradually cutting down on unsustainable farming practices. All right, that is all I have for you today. These are my works cited. Further continued on the next page. And I would like to thank you for listening.